What's good, anime enthusiasts? Welcome to another episode review for a certain anime called Liar Game. What's up? It's your boys, it's Soren. If it's your first time here, hi, how you doing? I'm a little, anime reviewer, gamer, con goer. This is my channel. I got everything on here. No need for to go do a big description introduction of that. You see what it is. I got anime reviews, I got gaming playthroughs, I got con blogs, and I got more on the way. But this time, this in particular, we're focusing in on this anime of this season, of one I randomly chose. Well, not randomly, more it caught my eye aesthetically by the name and by the cover, Liar Game. And I half read the synopsis and I forgot about it. And I thought going in, oh, okay, it's just one of these death game type of style animes where, we have a bunch of characters and they're all going to be part of this big game show or big death game. And we'll see some intrigue, we'll see some backstabbing, we'll see some social interactions. That's all good stuff. No, this is a deviation from that. This is more of, okay, this is a big open game. Seems like it. This is only the first episode and we only get to see a little bit into it, and there's a lot of moving parts. And now our main character is not the brightest. she's not amazing. Well, no, she's amazing, but not on the side that we want her to be for these type of games. She is brutally, stupidly, cutesy honest to a fault, an extreme fault. And she needs the help of somebody else who is the complete opposite of her in order for her to get her out of that situation. And first impressions of Liar Game. It is not what you would expect, but it is a nice suspenseful mystery thriller, a little slow type of vibe going on. The art style is nice on the horror-esque vibe. It's a little bit of a slightly muted palette. There's a lot of monotone colors here and there. Even Nao still looks, cute and cool, but there is just something about how all the characters are drawn. They're a little bit lanky, a few more exaggerations in the eyes, a lot more longer faces, and especially on some of the characters who we'll get to, you can see that when they talk or when they go into their little evil mode, you can see that they're, oh my god, they don't look good at all. Not in a sense of the art looks bad, but more or less that character's evil. They got something going on. And of course, the con artist that she gets into, he's chill, he's mellow, he's more reserved, and his facial features and the way he's presented is reflective of that. And that's how the art style is. It might put some people off because it may look weird. Some people have bug eyes, but it's the aesthetic. It's the thriller aspect of it. It's the horror element that something's not right here. And when they're allowed to have these big scenes of reveals, you could see, oh. You're supposed to feel repulsed, and that's supposed to elevate it. Of course, it's going to put some people off, but there's not a lot of action that goes on, which is fine. This is more of a mystery thriller. You're not going to get that many action. And the action comes into the more of the, as I said, reveals and the revelations. And it's up to you to try to piece things together as they go out. There's not so much a big overarching history. It's more or less why these characters are doing these things. Why is the game set up in such a way? And how is everything going to play out? But with this said, getting directly into what happens in here, our main character that we follow, our brutally honest to a fault gal, her name is Nao Kanzuki. And as I said, she's just too honest for her good. And one day she gets a random package from the LGT office. It's a big black box, and she opens up a black envelope that says, "Hey, congratulations on beating a 1 in 100,000 odd chance to participate in the Liar Game tournament." And she's confused about everything, and being as naive as she is, opens up the black box, and it contains 100 million yen money. Now, to convert that to US dollars, that's a little bit over $600,000. So for us in the US States, that's still over $500,000. That's a lot of money. And she takes all the money out, she counts it all. And unfortunately, a tablet turns on that says, hey, knowing that you opened this box and you got all this money out, congratulations, you're now the official participant in the Liar Game Tournament. Oh God. So, what is the Liar Game Tournament? It's not so much a tournament bracket sort of thing. It seems like there's going to be a bunch of smaller games that she's going to be going up against different opponents. But in this one in particular, she's part of this very simple game. It's a one-on-one match against another player who she doesn't know yet at this moment in time. And both of them are trying to steal each other's money. No actions taken in the theft of the game money will be considered criminal. And the game will begin when both of the players know the identities of their opponent. Cool. And the game will last for 30 days. Each player, their respective 100 million yen, has this little serialized code that signifies their starting money. And they must return that starting money to a representative at the end of the 30 days. And if a player stole money from an opponent, that player keeps the money because, excess. It's excess. It's not your money, it's still the player's. And if the player has lost money, meaning that if you got money stolen from you, then you have to pay back the difference. So if you lost 1 million yen, then you got to pay back 1 million yen. If you stole successfully 5 million yen while you still got your 100, you get 5 million yen to keep, and the other opponent has to pay back 5 million. Simple. Unfortunately, you can go into debt if you can't pay it off. But Nao doesn't, and the interesting fact that Nao has is that she doesn't think what happens if she wins. She thinks what happens if she loses. Now, if a normal person would be put in that scenario, a good portion of people would be like, ooh, if I had more than I can get up to 100 million yen in this game at the end of 30 days. Oh, that's life changing. Oh, I could do this, I could do that. While now I was thinking, oh my God, I can be up into 100 million yen in debt. She's on the complete opposite spectrum. And one of the reasons why is because she's got her only family that she has is her father, who's in a hospital, who's fighting terminal cancer. And when she visits him that day, her father's like, hey, something wrong? Like, he soul reads her in her situation. And she's like, no, there's nothing going on. Like, no, now you need help. But she's keeping it in. She doesn't want her father to know. She doesn't want her father to be stressing out. She just wants her father to live out the rest of his days in peace. Adorable. Too honest. So what's Nao gonna do? Well, she goes to a lawyer, and the lawyer says, well, you can't get out of it. That's it. It's over. It's seemingly very airtight. Like, of course, she accepted the money. She took it out. Therefore, she's not a participant, and she has to play through it. There's no way out of it. She's legally binded to play the game. And now I think about, well, what if I give the money to the police? What the door is like, well, the police the police would consider it as a lost article. And the company, if they were really evil, they could go back to the police and claim the money back. But then you yourself didn't give the Liar Game company the money, the representative. They got it. So now you're going to be in 100 million yen in debt. That's it. So she has to play the game. And at the end of it, the lawyer was like, you should talk to a con artist. Maybe he'll help. Maybe one of them will help you out. So the next day, her opponent is made known to her. It's a It's a Fujisawa sensei. It's her old homeroom middle school teacher. Okay, cool. Honest Nao decides to meet up with the teacher at a coffee shop. And you know what? They talk it out. And us being the viewers, us being the third party, and you're watching this conversation, you're reading the subtitles, you can tell Fujisawa sensei is a snake. He's in the weeds. He's hiding his motives. He's manipulating his way through the conversation, and he's coercing Nao to think oh, I'm on your side. We should be in this together. Like, even Nao shows him where her money is. And Nao's like, what should we do? And he's like, you know, why don't we put your money with my money in a safe deposit box at the bank? And she's like, okay. She's way too trusting. Yes, he was her middle school homeroom teacher, and yes, he helped her out, but man, that was way too easy. And, now just takes a nap, and when she wakes up, the Liar Game Company, they send her a progress report through the mail, and she's like, oh, what's this? It looks out, and it gives a, report of who's winning the game so far. So now is 100 million yen in debt currently. Well, not now in debt, but she is losing in the maximum way possible. And now I was like, oh my god, I gotta call my teacher. And she calls him, and Fujisawa says like, they're just trying to scare you. It's okay. Talks her down, and he talks her out of it. And she's like, whew, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have called Fujisawa sensei. I should have trusted him more. Let me go apologize to him. So she goes over to his house. He doesn't answer the door, but he does overhear him outside talking on the phone. So she goes over to see him, and while he doesn't see her, she gets to hear his evil monologue. He's like, I duped that little Nao girl. What a idiot. Now I got her 100 million yen. Now I'm rich and she's gonna be in debt. And that broke Nao. She just ran back home, defeated, started crying, and she's like accepted defeat. Until she remembers. What did that lawyer say? Oh yeah, a con artist. So she looks up a notable con artist. One person, a guy who took down a corporate business network called the Shuei Corporation. It is a Shinichi Akiyama, and he's about to be released from his sentence. So, next scene, you just see a bunch of reporters trying to get a glimpse of Akiyama, but they get easily duped because Akiyama posed as one of the security guards going out. Later on, Nao runs into him around the corner, and she says, okay, hey, you're a con artist. Help me out, please. And Akiyama's like, I can't help you, woman. He just goes to the police. And you're asking me to do something bad just so I can get arrested again? No, I'm out. But Nao just follows Akiyama around. And he's like, all right, stay at this corner right here. I'm gonna go put my stuff up. I'll meet you back here. Nao's like, okay. And she waits all day, all afternoon, all evening into the night. And Akiyama's like, is she dumb? No, she's just completely honest. She just trusted Akiyama. And then some dude starts to harass Nao, and Akiyama comes in to save her. And he's like, okay, girl, I'll hear out your story. And he gets the whole spiel. And he then just asks Nao, hey, what do you want? And Nao just wants out of it. She just wants the 100 million yen back. That's it. She doesn't want to deal with the game anymore. And Akiyama's like, okay, let's go and like talk and see if we can get the money. So they go to the teacher the next day and they ask nicely for the money back. And of course, Fujisawa's gonna play dumb. And Nao's like, okay, but I overheard your evil little monologue. And Akiyama steps in and be like, hey, just get the money back, man. And then Fujisawa just says, bro, it's a game. And on that note, he just unmasks, lets it all out, gives another big, long, evil monologue. He gives even his backstory on how he got screwed. And he's like, you know what? The world is evil. I can be evil too. It doesn't matter. And now I was like, no, please, what about my father? And Fujisawa's like, I don't care about your father. I don't care about you. I don't care about the world. I got my money. Bye-bye. And the conversation's over with. And so finally, on the bridge, when now it seems like all is lost, Akiyama's like, there's still a chance. Because the final day of the game falls on a Sunday. And the bank's going to be closed on a Sunday. So Fujisawa has to get the money out on Friday and then wait until that Sunday day in order to give the money back. So they have a brief window of time to steal that money. And then Akiyama says, yo, I got a plan, but I want half of the 100 of his 100 million that we steal. And that's that. That is the first episode of Liar Game. Honestly, honestly, I give this right now an 8 out of 10. Just off the first episode, I dig it. I like the style that they're going with. I like the storytelling so far. I just don't know what's going to happen next. I feel that I don't feel that it is pretty obvious that we have a duo main character cast. We have the completely honest Nao, and we gotta have the he's not completely bad slash evil as far as Akiyama is concerned. It seems like he has a past and he's not malicious in his actions. He took down a corrupt organization, a corrupt business. So that means he's like a white hat hacker instead of a black hat one. So he's got something going on that possibly we'll delve into. And of course, now is probably will help him out in being more honest, more trusting. Maybe Akiyama will teach Now how to not be so honest and trusting of others as they go through the Liar Game. And who knows how long this tournament will last and what other characters don't meet and what other players. Who knows if death and killing will happen within them. It seems it's more like on the psychological warfare side. Nobody has powers. There's no like secret thing. It's more or less outthinking and outmaneuvering your opponents, which is nice, which is chill. We don't need like extravagant extraterrestrial supernatural things going on. We can just keep it on the human side. But honestly, that is my honest review of episode 1 of Liar Game. If you guys have stuck around with this, and if you've made it to this point, hey, comment down below, tell me how it works. Let me know what you think about the episode so far. Any predictions y'all have? If you're gonna put it down, if you're gonna keep it up, who knows? Let me know. I'll talk back. I like to converse a little bit. But there's nothing else. I hope all of you have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I hope your day is just a little bit better than it already is. With that, we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.